Everyone, back with a quick recap of some of the things I've been buying recently. I know my last video I said I wasn't picking up much stuff, but I still I'm always looking for good deals or for things that catch my eye. And I've got a few items to show, starting with back a little retail success. It's been a while since I've been able to go into Walmart or any stores and see any cards available, but I had some success. Starting with a Big Lots first, I was able to get some football. I bought three of these are last year's 2019 score. Score's about the low end. Paid about $5 for each of these, 40 cards in a pack. Then I got some of the 2020, which is probably a little bit more desirable. This was a little bit more. I think these were $7, which I think these were only $5 before when I saw them at the Walmart. I never picked any up then, but those were long gone. So I was able to get 5 of these fat packs of Score football for 2020. And then the other day I was at Target and I was able to pick up some Absolute Football. So I just picked up 4 of those. There's still plenty on the shelf, but 4 was all I needed. I think I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. A couple other good quarterbacks in this class, so I'm just going to sit on those. And then lastly, what I thought was pretty cool, this 2020 baseball complete set. It's got this was a little bit higher end. I paid $10 more for this, so I think it was $60. It is the one exclusive chrome relic or autograph relic card, and it's got the list. The thing is, this 5 rookie image variation cards make this quite valuable. So you're talking even like $60 for this set. You know, that's the price of 3 blasters, really, when it comes down to it. And you've got all 700 cards, plus the 5 rookie variations, plus that. I mean, that's what you call a steal. Way better than if you're like trying to build the set, buying packs. For my vintage fans, I do have a vintage baseball card to show. Look at this thing. It's probably one of the best looking 6s you'll see out there. Man, the centering is dead centering. I try to come slowly getting some work done on the 1960 top set. Haven't bought a card in a long time, so this is the first one. Love that Sport Magazine All-Star Rookie or the Star Rookies. This thing has just got like a little surface dimple right there. Otherwise, this thing could be an 8. Very sharp, clean back as well. Really cool card, although it is a common. Sticking with the vintage, little vintage basketball here. A couple cards from 1971 Topps. 2 pretty good players, Dave Bing, Detroit's main man from the 70s. And then Calvin Murphy, who was one of the best shooters to ever play the game. Free throw shooter in particular. I think he held the record for most consecutive free throws for a long time. And then 1973, here's a Billy Cunningham. Pretty good player for Philadelphia before he went over to the ABA. Former North Carolina Tar Heel great, I believe. These ABA, they did ABA and NBA cards in 73, so I like it's got the little head in there as well for the All-Star cards on those. And then another Dave Bing card late in his career. He's playing as more of a journeyman with the Celtics at this point. His star power is diminished. And then for my Elvin Hayes collection, this is the last of he's got 3 cards in the 1980 set. This is the most expensive because it's his base card, if you will. I got them all in 9s, so I picked that one up as well. Now on to a little bit funner stuff, a little bit more modern stuff. This is a card I've been looking to get in a PSA holder for a couple months now. Finally picked it up in an 8, got a great deal on a Probstein auction, believe it or not. Got it for, well under what I would have paid for it. So these cards had come down to earth, and I was able to take advantage and get that at a reasonable price. I picked these up in a lot. These UD3 Kobe Bryants. These cards, you can see a little bit of refractor action going there, and I think the backs even look better. It's still, they got the refractor finish on the back as well, but kind of a cool card with that hardwood finish on there. But I had bought one of these, and the seller couldn't fulfill it. It was a bad listing, so no issues on that. But I saw this for a great price with free shipping for less than I'd paid for the other, and so I picked it up. These are all bargain deals that I'm getting. I'm not going out of pocket for a lot of extra for these cards. These are just cards that I see it and I'm like, that's a steal. I've got to pick it up. Another low-end collector's edge Kobe Bryant rookie. That's the last Kobe card I believe I'm going to show. This is a really cool 96 Topps redemption. Look at that. I mean, just a really cool draft redemption. So Ray Allen, once again, I got a good Ray Allen collection. I have this in a BGS holder in a 9. So to get it in, I wanted it in a PSA holder ultimately, but paid, I still think I paid a decent, this is probably one of the more expensive cards in the lot, but I still think I got a good deal on it. I look at kind of see what Kobe Bryant cards are going at, and then these should be at a fraction, and so I got this for a fraction of what you pay for the Kobe card, but just a really cool piece. And Ray Allen is underappreciated and undervalued, so I pick him up whenever I can. Look at this beautiful total impact from the 97 Skybox Z-Force. I think I paid $6.55 on this, which is an absolute steal of a joke. You know, there's only 7 of these cards even graded. This is, I believe, a fairly rare insert from that Skybox Z-Force 97. But look at that. It's got that refractory finish. Very cool card for a guy, Garnett, that I collect. But man, couldn't pass that up. Somebody had this for a buy it now for $12. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'll oftentimes, if I see a buy it now that's low, I'll save it to my save it in my watch items, and then I'll see how the auctions are going. And a probe scene auction, one of these sold for $36, I think, and a near mint 8, and this guy's selling it for $12. I'm like, yep, picking it up. Still got the peel. This is my second one, and I wouldn't have picked it up except that it was just a steal of a deal. And like, I'm just not gonna. It's like seeing a $20 bill on the ground and decide, well, is it worth picking up? Yes, it is. Another really cool card, Dirk Nowitzki's. He's a guy that I forecast to just explode here in the next coming years. He's kind of out of sight, out of mind as he kind of, he finished his career year before last, and he was not near the star when he finished. So he's I believe, a 30,000 plus score, NBA title. Just an amazing player, much like Duncan 2 years ago. If you bought Duncan 2 years ago, buy Dirk in the same manner, because his cards are going to shoot up in value, I believe, quite a bit. Here's a really cool Flair Showcase. This is the Road 2 for his rookie year. Just a beautiful card. Love that 41 in the background, the refractor finish on these Flair Showcases. Just gorgeous, gorgeous cards, front and back. Had that card raw, finally got it in a PSA holder. And same set, Row 2, 98 Flair Showcase. Paul Pierce, another future Hall of Famer whose cards are dirt cheap right now. Just way underpriced. I did pay a little bit more for this. I really wanted this Row 2. I've got several raw copies, but I wanted it in a PSA. Both of those cards, I paid less than it would cost to have them graded. Let's just leave it at that. And this card, I think I won this for under $5. Another Paul Pierce rookie. This is the low-end upper deck rookie. See, they don't even have his number on it. But man, for $4 plus, I'm a buyer all day long. Wrapping it up, I do have a couple of SGC cards here to showcase. SGC basketball cards just tend to really sell less than their PSA counterparts. And maybe that's because most of the folks that collect basketball right now are strictly PSA or BGS. But SGC can often be a good deal. And this is a card that's got gray eye appeal. It's a refractor, which is tough to pull, from 97, 98 Topps Chrome. And it's my boy Kevin Garnett. So I picked it up for a few bucks. Man, I would have probably paid more for it raw than I did here graded. But love it in a slab. Could care less that it's a 7. I don't see anything wrong with it, but obviously the graders have gone over it with a fine-tooth comb, and they've deemed it a 7. Here we go. Another card that I got as a steal, a value pickup. I have this in a BGS 8.5. Not nearly as centered as this. I love the centering on this Carmelo first edition. Carmelo's another guy where I believe the LeBron James factor is going to raise everybody in that class. You're going to see Dwayne Wade. I think Chris Bosh eventually is going to be a Hall of Famer. And then definitely Carmelo. All four of those, including LeBron, are going to be some staples for future collectors. So picking up Carmelo while I can, while he's still affordable, nowhere near the price of LeBron James, who deservedly so is where he's at. But this is the first edition. You see that it came in first edition packs. Did a little bit of research to see how really rare these first editions are. I don't know a whole lot about them, but I know as far as population report, you're going to see about one first edition for about every 10 regular 2003-4 Topps cards graded. So a much lower pop count on these first edition cards. And they're still, I mean, everything else, the same finish. It's not quite like opening day Topps baseball where they don't have any of the foil etching on it. So it's got all the etching. It's just got this additional marker on there. I'll try to pick up the first editions when I can. I'm trying to get a Bosch, see if I can pick one of those up. But those are, I think, a little bit more premium. But once again, the SGC, I was able to pick this up for well under what I would have picked up PSA 9. And looking at this card, it's a legit 9, man. It's extremely well centered, good sharp corners and edges. I have no idea where why it's a 9 and not a 10. So just gorgeous eye appeal on a card I think that's got a bright future. But that's it, everybody. Once again, I appreciate your posts, your comments. I'll talk to you again soon.